Hello, Internet. Guess where I am again? Yeah, I'm back in the hospital. Um, this started Tuesday night. I was at work and I started to ache all over my body. And I just felt exhausted and I couldn't do my job. I had to leave. I had to go home early. I checked my temperature, but my temperature was fine. Well, it was like 99.0, so I figured, okay, not that big a deal. Yesterday, I monitored my temperature throughout, and the highest it got was 100.3, which worried me because at 100.5, I'm supposed to go to the hospital. Oncologist orders. Um, I got tired around 1 o'clock, so I took a nap. I woke up at 4, took my temperature, and it was 101.4. So I went to the ER. While I was getting checked out, I felt really weird, loopy and floaty, and my speech started to slur, which has never happened to me before outside of being drunk. So it was really weird. I felt like I was going to pass out any second. So they admitted me last night. They took a blood culture. They took all my vitals. They did a CT scan of my chest to make sure I don't have pneumonia. CT scan on my head to make sure everything's going okay in there. Everything came back fine. They gave me a broad spectrum of antibiotics. And aside from that, I mean, I've just been getting a lot of bed rest. I am very tired. I have been in and out of consciousness all day. I have a near constant headache, and my temperature has gone down, but I just feel rotten. I feel beat up, like I've been run through a ringer. All my muscles are sore. I don't have the energy to really do much. Fortunately, I had the foresight to bring along my tablet and my phone so that I can, entertain myself that way. Wi-Fi is free, but strangely enough, cable television isn't. You have to pay for that in the hospital. That's new. Last time I stayed at a hospital, it was free. Anyway, that's really it. Just wanted to update. Obviously, not getting my chemo again this week, so in theory, I will get it next week. This will be a full month between sessions, which the upshot of that is I have not been experiencing any of the chemo side effects. My tolerance for the cold has returned. I'm sure I mentioned before how I can't eat or drink anything really cold. I've been having to drink water room temperature, and I had to give up things like a bowl of cereal in the morning or ice cream, things like that. I find that I can tolerate it perfectly now. So having cold drinks while I'm here, and I had ice cream with my lunch, and it was really good. I haven't had ice cream since before chemo, which was back in February. So it's a little reprieve is nice, but I'm getting a little bit concerned because it's going to have been a month by the time I get my next session, and I don't know what that's going to mean for down the line. Also, what with my my fever and so on, I worry that that the chemo is taking its toll, an accumulative toll, and if I get more chemo, it's going to just get worse. But obviously, I can't stop now. I've only got 5 sessions left, and I need this to be done. So yeah. Other than that, I'm just bored. I watched a bunch of stuff on my tablet, and probably gonna go back to sleep soon because I am tired, but I really want to go home. I would really like to just be at home. Oh yeah, I also, in my last video, said that I was going to get a cat. It's going to have to wait. Not long, I hope, but it is going to have to wait. The plan was next not this weekend, but next weekend I was going to go look at shelters. But that was under the assumption that next weekend I would feel well enough to do that, and apparently next week I'm going to get my chemo, and so I won't feel good enough to go. So it might be a couple more weeks before I go to check out shelters. I also have to double check that I actually do have enough money to afford it, especially in light of this emergency room visit, which even with insurance, my copay is pretty hefty for an emergency room visit. So we'll see. But I am determined I will get a cat someday soon. It just may not be immediately soon. Anyway, that's it. I'll update again as soon as I know more about my situation here. Next update will probably be at home. In the meantime, I will rest. So, take care.